Hi guys, I am back with another video. This is going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 9. First off, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button because we talk about The Walking Dead and other stuff to this channel. So this is going to be my review for episode 6. I just watched the episode, so this is going to be my quick overall review. So don't forget to check out these week's videos. I might go in more in depth of different videos from this episode. So let's dive on in. So this is a pretty good episode after the main episode with Rick open-ending with him, and it pretty much like it was the end of the episode 5. We got this big massive time jump. Was it 6 years and all that stuff, and it looked like Judith has run into this group called Madness Group. And I want to briefly talk about it. It's in the comics, so your warning is comic book spoiler. This group is based off the comics of Magna, Yamato, Connie, Luke, and Kelly. That's a group in issue 127 that they introduced the group in New Beginning, and it has the remake. I can't remember off my head how they are introduced in issue 127, but with Judith being 10 years old now and how they played in the TV show, it pretty good idea to bring new fresh characters in it after what happened with episode 5. So we see that when we got them with Aaron and Rosita and Eugene and Lori, I think that's her name, or Laura. She was a saver from the sanctuary, but they look like they're on some kind of thing with Judith popping up, and they're like, it was really interesting with that, and with her, Judith just put her foot down like, I am not leaving without this group. So they brought them back, but they have them backs overhead so they don't find it where to get back to Alexander. And I'm really interested to see this new group, how they're going to be played out for the next season 9 and stuff and all that. But they really hesitated with Michonne coming off the porch and really being cold, and it's really totally different with Michonne from the first 5 episodes. And I will go into more of my depth of reason why she's like that, so look out for that. So we see her having did not want this group, and it's interesting because they're like how Aaron and they all have that council meeting that really refer to season 4 with them at the prison. But with all of them, it's like you're the first group they had, and I'd be interested to see more coming up in the season of the reason why they're all like that. We know the reason because of Rick, but I want to see the line-up reason of a lot of stuff. And we see Michonne with really cold-hearted with Magna, with her showing with the prison tattoo, with those secret weapons and all that stuff. But overall, it's really a renewed, fresher thing. This is the new beginning, I think, after with Rick. But we see the opening scene. I have a video talking about it. But Michonne, it looks like she goes to the bridge that where Rick happened. They don't rebuild the bridge, what happened to Rick, and I think she goes there a lot to talk to him. We see her talking a lot, and you see that at the very end with Judith saying she's not remembering Rick's voice and Carl's voice, and that she's wondering that's why Michonne talks to herself, because she's trying to keep their voice alive with Carl and Rick. And overall, I really like it, this episode, with Judith having this spunk of feistiness between her with Michonne, with her and Negan. I love that concept with her and Negan. It was like how he was talking and stuff, and she just throw it back in her face and his face and all that. And I'm hoping we see more of Negan and Judith, because in the comics, Carl had that role, so Judith in the TV show is taking that role. But yeah, with Michonne really didn't want to set up this new group because of everything and all that stuff, and really seeing, like I say, seeing this group, and the very end of it, I think what broke my heart, Michonne did have a son, a child. Her and Rick does have a child, so it is confirmed. He could be possible about 4 or 5. He's probably maybe no older than 5. I'm thinking he's younger than Judas, but it is confirmed that Michonne did have a child. And I hope we see more of this Rick's child, her and Rick's child. But yeah, I'm going to break besides talking more on Michonne, but we see a new relationship with Rosita and Father Gabriel. I'm really shocked because that's remixed from the comics, but seeing that, I'm interested to see what happens with this relationship, with the threat now at the very end of it, with Eugene and Rosita coming across as her and these people. Says, where are they? And it's a big hint. I know what it is from comics. If you guys know it from the comics, this is pretty much the introduction of them. But yeah, and then we get a scene of a lot of the hints of the kingdom with them rebuilding the fair. There's supposed to be a fair. I'm interested to see what's going to happen at the fair. Comic book hint and stuff like that. But we see Henry grow with overall all the characters are totally different from we have seen them this so far. And with the saviors, that's interesting. I wanted to go in. I'll try going in depth, talk about the saviors more. Well, what happened to the sanctuary after episode 5? And with them attacking Carol and Henry, and then Carol being a badass and burn them alive, and overall, so yeah. So let me know what you thought of this episode and stuff like that, and don't forget to go check out other videos for this week that's related to episode 5 and stuff like that. And I'm going to do my mini prediction for episode 7, so go check that out. It should be up a little bit later after this be put up today. So go check that out. Don't forget to check out my live reaction for episode 6. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video.